So looking at the Google form, some of us had problems with this question. So let's look at it together real quick. Who do you agree with? Mai says she wrote y equals x plus 1/2 x. If the initial distance is x and the total distance walked was y, remember it was they walked this distance and they walked half as much more? Okay, so who do you agree with?
Kieran.
Kieran, why do you agree with Kieran?
Because it's adding, because in the problems it's saying they walked half, first they walked a certain amount and then they walked half that.
Okay.
And then it asks us what the total is.
Okay.
And that's basically just, meaning that the COP is 1/1/2, which, and as an improper fraction, that's 3.
That's 3/2, okay. So this would be our 1x, what they initially walked, right? And then they walked half as much again. And you said this is basically like 2/2 plus 1/2, so that would be 3/2 x? Is that what I'm hearing you say? 1 plus 1/2 is 3/2. Okay, well let's look at what Mai wrote. She said 1x, because remember that 1 is there, plus 1/2 x. Is that what I have here? Are they both right?
Yeah.
They both mean the same thing because I can take these two x's and combine them by saying 1 plus 1/2 and then multiply the whole thing by x. Okay? Make sense? All right? So they are both right. All right, let's look at the next question. Are they equivalent? Well, let's think about it. If I make x 1, if I make x equal 1, are we going to get the same answer? So let's make x equal to 1. So here I will get 1 plus 1/2. So what does y equal here? 1.5, right? Okay, if I make x equal 1 here, I get 3/2 times 1, which equals 3/2. Is that the same thing as 1.5? Is 3/2 the same thing as 1.5?
Yes.
Yes. So are they equivalent? Okay, I can plug in the same value for x and I would always get the same thing for both of them. So what is the same about these equations? Do they both have x? Okay.
They both equal 1 and 1/2.
They both equal 1 and 1/2. One's written as 3/2. The other one is split with 1x plus 1/2 x. Okay. What is different about them? Well, this one splits it. This one puts it together. Okay. All right. So now let's go to this set of Google Slides. All right, so make sure you fill in the Google form. I've gotten 2 more since earlier, unless you don't care about the grade, that's up to you. All right, so what is different about the numbers in the description and the numbers in the equation? So here's our description. What is different from this number and that number? What do you see?
The one in the description is 1/3 smaller.
Okay, and this is
2/3.
2/3 x. Okay, so if I was to draw a tape diagram of this, if this is x, that's Noah, right? And we're splitting this up into what? What am I going to split this up into? What's my denominator here?
3.
3, so I'm going to split this up into thirds. Elena ate 1/3 less than that, so 1/3 less would be right here, right? Okay, so if this is Elena Y is Elena. Y equals 2/3 of X. She eats 2/3 of X. Does that make sense, what the picture says? Okay. All right, how is the number in the equation related to the numbers in the table? So looking at the equation, how is the number in the equation related to the table? How are they related?
X.
What, Jahan?
They put Y over X.
They put Y over X. Is all of these going to have a COP of 2/3? What's 12 over 18? Is that 2/3? Yes. So there is your COP right there, right? Okay, can you take the headphones out? Headphones out now? Thank you. All right, practice problems. You are now going to write the work. So you need a piece of paper or you need the PDF, because what you are going to submit to me is a screenshot of the work. So it's either you have all the work done or you don't have the work done. It's no longer just entering answers, it's showing me the work. Hey, do you need paper? So go find paper if you're at home. Do you need paper? You need to come to school with paper. Do you need paper? Do you have paper? Do you have paper? Do you have paper? Do you have paper? Who else needs paper? Kyle, do you have paper?
I have a whole book.
Okay, good. That's what you should have. All right. So problem number 1. Match each situation with a diagram. Diego drank X ounces of juice. Lynn drank 1/4 less than that. 1/4 less than that. So what is X going to be broken up into? Fourths, right? Are all of these X's broken up into fourths? Okay. Is Y bigger than X and A? Okay. Are we wanting something bigger than that? No, we want 1/4 less than that. So we know it's going to be, Y is going to be smaller than X, right? So we can throw out A for that one. All right. Is it B or is it C? 1/4 less. All right, I got a B and a C. This is saying Y is how many? 3/4 of X. Is that 1/4 less?
Yes.
What's wrong with this one?
It's 3/4.
That's 3/4 less. Okay, so the correct answer is B. Does everybody see why? All right.
Yes.
Lynn ran X miles. Notice X is always what we start with. Diego ran 3/4 more than that. Is it going to be bigger or smaller than X? Did Diego run more or less than Lynn? More, so it's going to be bigger. So the only one that it works with is A. And look at it. 1, 2, 3 more fourths, right? Okay, so that's going to be A. Diego bought X pounds of almonds. Lynn bought 1/4 of that. Lynn bought 1/4 of that. So you think it's C? Prove it to me.
Oh, okay. Because see how it says Diego bought X pounds?
Mm-hmm.
That means in C, the X would be the top. X would be how many almonds he got.
Okay.
Lynn bought 1/4 of that. And what, so I'm assuming that with how much Lindbot would be Y.
Right? Good. That's a very good assumption, okay? And this is 1/4 of that. So C is the correct answer.
Also, it is like the last thing.
Sometimes they trick you though and they double up on one of them and not, okay? They're not always consistent with using everything. Yes, sir?
Also, the answers are all spelled back.
Okay. All right, how do we feel about that? Questions on how we match that up? Do we understand the difference between 1/4 less and 1/4 of it? Okay, 1/4 less means we're just taking away 1/4. 1/4 of it means we're only using 1/4. Okay? All right. Problem 2. Elena walked 12 miles, then she walked 1/4 of that distance. So if we were to make a tape diagram, here is her X. I'm going to split it up into what? 4ths. Okay? So that's what she walked initially. Then what did she do? Then she walked 1/4 of that distance. Am I adding on to it?
Yes.
Okay, how much am I going to add on to it?
1/4 of it.
1/4. So this is her new distance. Right? Does that make sense what I just drew?
Yes.
This is her initial,
Oh, okay.
and then we added 1/4 onto it. Okay? Now, if she walked 12 miles, that means X equals 12. So what is each one of these blocks worth?
3.
3. Do we all agree? This is 3, this is 3, this is 3, and this is 3. So what is this one?
3.
This one is also going to be 3. So how far did she walk total?
15.
Okay, so Y is going to equal 15. Now let's come over here. Does this apply? 12 plus 1/4. Is that what I added? 1/4? 12 plus 1/4? Is that what I added? No, I didn't. I added 12 plus 3, which is 1/4 of 12. I didn't add 1/4. What did I add on to it? 3. So this one does not work. 12 times 1/4. Well, what does 12 times 1/4 give you? 3. That only gives you the value of one of the blocks. So does that one work?
No.
No. All right. 12 plus 1/4 of 12.
Yes.
12 plus 1/4 of 12. Yes, that one works. Okay, now they're taking 12 and they're multiplying it after we do 1 plus 1/4. Well, let's look at this. Did we do 1 plus 1/4? And did we multiply it by 12? So is that one going to work? Yes. How about 12 times 3/4? That means she walked 3/4. Nope. Because we already know she walked more, right? Okay. How about the last one? 12 times 5/4.
Yes.
Why?
Because, so how you said last one, you said, did she walk 3/4? And we all said no, meaning that it would have been,
Right here, right?
yeah, because see how we added 1/4 of the 12, meaning it would make 5/4.
5/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/4. Okay? So that one works. Questions you have on that? Did the tape diagram help you?
Yes.
Okay, use a tape diagram. All right, you should be writing down all this work. I should see a tape diagram on your paper when you submit a screenshot of it. I shouldn't just see answers. All right, who needs more time? All right. Going once, going twice. Erase. All right, problem 3. Write a story that can be represented by the equation y equals x plus 1/4 x. So think about the one we did earlier with it was 2 times more. It was my ate X amount of candy and then ate 2 times more of that, right? Or Priya ate 2 times that. So think of a story that would go with y equals x plus 1/4 x. Well, let me do the tape diagram for you so you can see what that looks like. So this is x, and this is going to be y. So what kind of story could you write about that? Think about the stories that you saw in the card sort or the previous problem. I'll give you a couple minutes to do that. You can sit in that desk.
I'm okay.
Okay, does anybody want to share their story? Ryan?
So my story was Kyle walked, let's say 6 miles in 1 week.
Okay.
This week he decided to walk half of that. What's the total amount? No, 1/4 left. I'm an idiot. Yes, I know.
He walked 1/4 of it?
The next week he walked 1/4 of
Okay.
last week.
All right, this is your story, what you just told me. Last week he did this. This week he did this.
How much do you walk in total?
No, that's not how it will work.
How would it work that? Oh my god.
He walked 1/4 more the next week. Okay? He walked 1/4 of it the next week. Okay? Anybody else want to share their story? All right. Do you need more time for the story? You want to share?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just need more time to move through and I need to write this diagram quickly.
All right. Does the tape diagram make sense to you? Because remember, we can rewrite this as 1 plus 1/4, and all of that gets multiplied by x. Okay, going once, going twice, erase. All right, problem 4. Select all the ratios that are equivalent to 4 to 5. Give me a strategy.
Time 2.
Use something like what Caitlin said. Use multiples of.
Scale?
Yes.
Are you thinking scale?
Yes, scale factor.
Okay, so would a table maybe help us organize it a little bit?
Yes.
Let's try that and see, okay? So let's just make a table. So we're gonna have, helps if you turn on this. So you're gonna have 4 and 5, okay? So 2 and 2.5. So you're thinking, how do I get from there to there? Is that what you were talking about? So that would be divided by 2. So is 5 divided by 2, 2.5? Yes, so this one works?
Yes.
Okay. So we got the 4 and the 5 again. Now we have 2 and 3. Is that gonna work?
No.
Because this is divided by 2. Is this divided by 2?
No.
No, so this one is not gonna work. Is there another strategy we could use?
You could try to see if they're the same multiple.
Oh, well, that's kind of what we're doing. Multiples. Could we find the COP?
Yes.
What's 5 divided by 4? 1 1/4?
Yeah.
1.25? So take out your calculators. What's 3.75 divided by 3?
1 1.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you agree? I'm asking you. Yes?
Yeah.
What's the consensus at home? Because I don't like figuring this out to do at scale. Four times what is 3? That's not easy, is it? But if I take and do COP with this one, I would get 5/4 here. So if I take 3 and multiply it by 5/4, what do I get? 15/4, which equals 4 goes into 15 how many times? 4 goes into 15 how many times? 3. With how many left over? 3/4. Is that the same as 3.75?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that one works. So we use COP on that one. All right, how about 7 to 8? What do you want to do there? COP or scale? 4 times what equals 7? Do you know that off the top of your head? Not me. All right, so I'm going to use a scale factor of 1.25. So 7 times 1.25, is that going to give me 8? 7 times 1.25, does that give me 8?
Gives you 8.75.
It gives you 8.75. So is that an equivalent ratio? No. Okay. How about 8 to 10? Oh, can we look at that one and do our original method? How do I get from here to here?
Times 2.
Times 2. So this times 2, is that true? Yes. Okay. So scale factor method worked on that one. See how we're jumping back and forth? What works easiest, right? We're all about easiest. All right, 14 to 27.5. Which method do you think you're going to use for that one? You're going to use COP? I probably would. Okay, so the COP is 1.25. So take 14 times 1.25. What do you get? Are you going to get anything close to 27.5?
You're gonna get 1.25.
Yeah, so this one does not work. So A, C, and E work. And I need to see the work. How you got that? If I can write it down, you can write it down. I get to write it down 4 times today. And I already did it twice at home.
You mind if I run all this quickly?
Hurry up, that's what you're supposed to do along with me. Because I'm kind of all over the place here. And the work has to be in your handwriting, not mine. Taking screenshots of my work and submitting it is not your work. That's my work. Questions you have? Hurry up. Yes, sir. Please tell me you have my MacBook. No. You, okay, I have a MacBook from home.
That's what I'm here for.
Can you make it work here?
I just need the, whatever password it is, while I'm on the computer.
Yep.
I don't need the charger right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, there's the username and password.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Going once. Going twice. Iris. Last question, I believe. Jada is making a circular birthday invitations for her friends. What am I going to do first? I'm going to draw a circle. Why? Because it helps me organize my information. All right. The diameter of the circle is 12 centimeters. Where does diameter go? Through the middle all the way, right? Okay. So I draw that on there. She bought 180 centimeters of ribbon to glue around the edge. What measurement am I concerned about?
The circumference.
Circumference. So I'm going to say to myself, circumference I need pi and d. Okay. How many invitations can she make? So let's find the circumference of one, and then what are we going to do? Divide, right. Okay, so what is the circumference of a circle with 12? Well, we're going to probably use some approximation, I can't say that word, of pi. So what do you want to use? 3.14?
Yeah, 3.1.
Okay. So we're going to use 3.14 because that's probably good enough for what we're doing, right? And what was the diameter? 12. So take out your handy dandy calculator for me.
You get 37.68.
37.68. Okay. 6.8 or 6.9?
This is 6. I put it real time.
3.14 times 12. I got 37.68. All right, and then somebody said divide. What am I going to divide? Well, I have 180 centimeters of ribbon. So what am I going to do with it?
You've got 37.68 divided by 37.68, right?
So I'm going to take 180 and I'm going to divide it by
37.68.
37.68, and that's going to give me
4.77707.
okay, so we could call that 4.8.
Yeah.
Now, can we make 0.8 of an invitation? Go back to the question. How many invitations can she make? Can she make 5? Because she's not going to make part of an invitation, is she?
No.
Can she make 5?
Yeah.
She only has 0.8. That's not a whole invitation, is it? So how many invitations can she make?
4.
So she can make 4 invitations.
That's not a lot.
And you said that's not a lot, and then you're like, man, there's only 2 people at your birthday party. Like, that was my birthday party last year. My
That was
sister.
mine.
Okay.
and my friend.
That was mine too.
Questions you have for me? All right, before tomorrow, what do you need to have done?
Google Slides.
The Google Slides for lesson 5 and the Google form. It doesn't work. This way of teaching, learning doesn't work if you don't do the slides ahead of time. I'm giving you the notes in the slides, and then we're coming here and practicing it. Okay? Because taking the notes, you don't need me to say it to you. You can get it right off of something, right? If it's got something to listen to it. If it's got a video there, I took the time to make the video, you take the time to watch it. Okay? I'm only trying to help you learn, but you've got to meet me halfway and do your part. All right? So you will screenshot your work, put it on the assignment, and submit it. There is no entering answers. It's taking a picture of your work. Okay? Questions?
Are we gonna be doing this every time now?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So have a great afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow.
It's a mess, but it works.
If I can handle mess. I can see that you wrote it, yep. Can I erase this?
Yeah.
All right. Is
I wanna go outside so bad.
it raining now?
Yeah, but I still wanna go out there.
Well, we're not gonna go out in the rain, that's for sure. Okay, if you owe me a test or a CPA, you will, during lunch, you will sit here and work on it. Okay, so you might want to go and look in your grades in Canvas, because I haven't inputted everything into PowerSchool for test grades yet. If you are missing Unit 2, Unit 3 test, or CPA 3. So go in and look.
I know I have mine turned in because I sat doing it for like an hour.
I'm almost done grading the tests. I think I have 4 more to do.
Oh, yay.
Say that and then you get another 5
That's
tests.
okay, that's okay. It's better than the 50 I was looking at yesterday that I graded.
Jeez. Did you like get 50 exactly?
No, it was about 50.
Jeez.
It's 49, I'm just gonna say 49. The uneven number like right before 50.
All right, so how do we feel about today's lesson?
Pretty good.
Tape diagrams starting to make a little more sense?
It's just that I felt like when I tried answering something, I felt like I was